A very good morning. Welcome to this edition of News for the Hearing Impaired. I'm Rukma and with me is Sonia. Let's begin with the headlines. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley slams opposition for trying to politicize Orope issue. Says UPA had not taken any meaningful steps on Orope while NDA government implemented it. Says government is examining Reddy committee report on the issue. NCPCR seeks report on rape of minor girl in Buldhana district of Maharashtra. Asks district magistrate to submit report within a week. 11 people including headmaster arrested and SIT formed to investigate the case. GST Council meet reaches consensus on 10 important issues. Tax exemption limit under GST to be rupees 20 lakhs. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley says government will not act in haste on this sensitive issue. Situation improves in Kashmir. No curfew anywhere in the valley for the first time on a Friday since it was hit by unrest in July. In Uttar Pradesh, BJP President Amit Shah to flag off Parivartan Yatra from Saharanpur today. SP celebrating its 25th Foundation Day. Chief Minister Akhilesh's Rath Yatra clashes with Shivpal Yadav's call for Samajwadi Youth Conference. In sports, Bengaluru FC face uphill task in AFC Cup final against Air Force Club. The local team have lost just one match in 11 games and are favourites for the title. Bengaluru first Indian club to reach AFC Cup finals. India to face China in finals of Women's Asian Champions Hockey Trophy today. Earlier, China beat India in last round-robin match. And now the news in detail. The centre has said that the error in calculation of pension being paid to Army veteran Ram Kishan Grewal was a procedural one and could have been corrected at the bank and department levels. Talking to the media in New Delhi on Friday, the Finance Minister Arun Jaitley expressed regret over the suicide by the Army veteran. He listed out the steps that the government has taken to ensure that the defence veterans get their due under Orope. Finance Minister also hit out at the opposition for wrongly representing such a sensitive matter for petty political gains. He further added that the Justice Reddy committee was set up to resolve issues faced by some people, and the panel had given its report last week, which the government is examining, and discrepancies will be resolved in the next 2 months. The Finance Minister promised. Meanwhile, MOS for External Affairs General V.K. Singh has said that there will be an investigation on the alleged suicide incident. A minor girl was allegedly raped at a government-aided tribal residential school in Maharashtra's Buldhana district, following which an SIT was formed to probe the case, as police suspect that more children could have been sexually exploited here. As the shocking incident came to light, police arrested 11 people, including the main accused, who is a 23-year-old school employee. The headmaster, staff and members of the school management, Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis said that the state government has taken immediate action in the incident, and a team under a woman IPS officer will investigate the matter. Meanwhile, the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights has taken cognizance of the reported incident of the rape in Buldhana of Maharashtra and has asked the district magistrate to investigate and submit a detailed report within a week. The commission has asked for information on action taken against the accused, the present status of the victim, and action taken for safety of the child. It has also inquired about the reasons for not taking action on earlier complaint of the student and whether any such incident had occurred in the school previously. It also asked about steps taken to protect students against such abuse. The centre and states failed on Friday to agree on the crucial issue of dual control to divide the administrative, auditing and assessing powers between the two governments under the proposed nationwide goods and services tax scheme. There will be an informal meeting of the ministers on November 20th, primarily aimed at hammering out political consensus. Also, state GST, central GST and interstate GST, being a tax bill, will be taken as money bill in the upcoming session of Parliament. Efforts are on to pass supporting GST legislations in the winter session of Parliament beginning November 16th. On Thursday, the centre and states managed to thrash out a broad consensus on the contentious issue of fixing tax rates under the proposed goods and services tax regime, marking a significant step forward in the rollout of the new tax regime by early next fiscal. With the situation improving in Kashmir, there was no curfew anywhere in the valley for the first time on a Friday since the unrest in July. Authorities have been imposing curfew in many parts of the valley, especially in the old city areas of Srinagar, on Fridays in view of apprehensions of law and order problems after the congregational prayers. In view of the improving situation, authorities decided against imposing curfew on Friday. There is no curfew anywhere in Kashmir as the situation improved a lot. People were seen moving freely. There was increased traffic on the roads with each passing day, so the decision to not impose curfew was taken. The BJP will take out 4 separate Parivartan Yatras from different parts of Uttar Pradesh: Saharanpur, Jhansi, Sonbhadra and Balia, covering vast parts of the state, and will reach Lucknow on December 24th. Meanwhile, the ruling SP is all geared up for the party's Silver Jubilee celebrations on Saturday, with JDU, RJD and RLD leaders set to share the stage with UP's first family. But all is not well within the Samajwadi Party, with the feud in the first family still very much unresolved. President Pranab Mukherjee has returned home after his 3-day state visit to Nepal. The president described his 3-day trip as a mission of friendship that reflected the priority India attaches to strengthening its unique relationship with Nepal. On the conclusion of his state visit on Friday, the president said India will support Nepal in its pursuit of peace, stability and development as the two sides focus on implementing bilateral development and connectivity projects. During his meetings with Nepal President Vidya Devi Bhandari, Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda and leaders of political parties, the president said India remains committed to enhancing its partnership with Nepal in all areas of priority. Reaching out to the younger generation of Nepal, India announced that from next year, Nepalese students will be able to compete for seats in IITs. Announcing the new opportunity for students of Nepal, President Pranab Mukherjee said academic and student exchange programs had been part of the long tradition in bilateral ties, and India would continue to help Nepal with developing its human resources. President Mukherjee made this announcement during his speech at an event jointly organized by think tanks of India and Nepal. Tata Sons yesterday apologized to the media for the scuffle that had broken out at Bombay House earlier in the day. Photojournalists trying to click pictures of ousted Tata Sons chairman Cyrus Mistry were beaten up by security personnel, leading to an injury to one of them. When Mistry, chairman of Indian Hotels Company Limited, arrived for a board meeting of Tata Group firm IHCL at the Tata Group headquarters in Mumbai, photographers went beyond the cordoned off area to click his pictures. In a bid to control the situation, security men roughed up the photographers, injuring one and damaging his equipment in the process. Later on, the situation was brought under control with the intervention of police. 4 security guards and 3 photographers were taken for medical checkup. In international news, federal officials have warned authorities in New York City, Texas and Virginia about an unspecific threat of attacks by Al-Qaeda around Election Day, putting local law enforcement on the alert the weekend before Tuesday's vote. New York City Police Department and the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey were alerted to the information, local agencies said. The Port Authority, which operates airports, tunnels and bridges around New York City, is continuing high levels of patrolling. It had in place, said spokesman Steve Coleman. The police department says the threat report lacked specifics and was still being assessed, adding that it is working with intelligence agencies and the Joint Terrorism Task Force. The Indian women's hockey team lost 2-3 against China in their final round-robin match of the Asian Champions Trophy in Singapore on Friday. However, by virtue of finishing second in the round-robin stage due to their superior goal difference over third-placed Japan, India qualified for the final on Saturday, where they will face China again. The first half was a dull affair, with both teams failing to net a goal, but after the second half began, China scored the first goal through Chen Yang in the 35th minute. China doubled its lead in the 51st minute with Guo Qiu making it 2-0. However, India immediately scored back-to-back goals with Poonam Rani and Vandana Kataria netting 1 goal apiece within a span of 4 minutes. However, China scored 2 minutes